Hey guys, what's up? Today we'll be looking over the rules for the ruling list for the Code of the Duelist. This is from the OCG, but obviously since we've just had Code of the Duelist released, we'll go over these now. Okay, so for Cyverse Wizard, can I activate the effect of Cyverse Wizard during my main phase 2? Answer, you can activate the effect on Cyverse Wizard during your main phase 2. You can do so even if you already attacked monsters other than the monster that you target. In that case, the effect only changes the targeted monster to defense position. Second question. I activate the effect of Cyverse Wizard targeting my opponent's Cracking Dragon if my opponent chains compulsory evacuation device and returns Cyverse Wizard to the hand. How does it resolve? The answer is, even if Cyverse Wizard is no longer on the field, when its effect resolves, the effect is applied normally. During the battle phase's turn, your other monsters cannot attack unless they attack the targeted Cracking Dragon. Next question. I activate the effect of Cyverse Wizard, targeting my opponent's Cracking Dragon. If my opponent chains compulsory evacuation device and returns Cracking Dragon to the hand, how does the effect of Cyverse Wizard resolve? In this scenario, the Cracking Dragon targeted with the effect of Cyverse Wizard has returned to the hand by the time the effect resolves, so it cannot be changed to defense position. In that case, the parts of the effect that prevent your monsters from attacking except to attack that target, and that allow your Cyverse-type monsters to inflict piercing battle damage are not applied. Next question. I activate the effect of Cyverse Wizard targeting my opponent's Cracking Dragon and changing it to defense position. During the battle phase of this turn, my opponent activates compulsory evacuation device and returns Cracking Dragon to the hand. Can my Cyverse Wizard still attack? In this scenario, due to the effect of Cyverse Wizard, it is not possible for monsters on your field to attack monsters other than the targeted Cracking Dragon, and they cannot attack directly. Therefore, since the targeted Cracking Dragon was returned to the hand, Cyverse Wizard cannot attack. Next question. I activate the effect of Cyverse Wizard, targeting my opponent's Cracking Dragon and changing it to defense position. During the same turn, if I special summon a backup secretary by its own effect, how will it be able to attack during the battle phase? In this scenario, after the effect of Cyverse Wizard resolves, it is applied to all monsters, Cyverse-type monsters on your field during this turn. Therefore, the newly special summoned backup secretary cannot attack unless it attacks the targeted Cracking Dragon, but it will also inflict piercing battle damage due to your opponent. Next question. Hack, Worm, and Jack Wyvern are face up on my opponent's field in attack position. In this situation, I activate the effect of Cyverse Wizard and change Jack Wyvern to defense position. During the same turn, if I also have a Paladin of Felgrand on my field equipped with United We Stand, how will it be able to attack during the battle phase? In this scenario, due to the effect of Cyverse Wizard, monsters on your field cannot attack unless they attack the targeted Jack Wyvern. However, since Paladin of Felgrand is unaffected by other monster effects while equipped with an equipped card, it is unaffected by the effect of Cyverse Wizard and can also attack Hack Worm. Okay, next question is for Stack Reviver. I activate Mimiclade targeting a face-up defense position Stack Reviver on my field and special summon another Stack Reviver from my deck. If I link summon a Honeybot using both copies of Stack Reviver as link materials, can I activate the effect of a Stack Reviver? In this scenario, the Stack Reviver that was special summoned from the deck by the effect of Mimiclade will be banished instead of sent to the graveyard when used as a link material for a link summon. Even in that case, you can activate the effect of that banished Stack Reviver. The other Stack Reviver that was used as a link material to link summon Honeybot can be targeted with the effect. Next question is focused on Launcher Commander. Skill Drain is face up on the field and the effects of full face up monsters on the field are negated. In this situation, if I activate the effect of Launcher Commander, will it be negated? The answer is, while the effect of Skill Drain is applying, if you activate the effect of Launch Commander by attributing that same Launch Commander, the effect will not be negated and resolves normally. If you activate the effect of Launch Commander by attributing a different Cyverse-type monster, the effect is negated by Skill Drain, and the targeted monster is not destroyed. The next questions focus on Salvagent Driver. First question is, Decode Talker and Salvagent Driver are face-up on my field. In this situation, when my Decode Talker declares an attack, my opponent activates Mirror Force and destroys both Decode Talker and Salvagent Driver. At this time, can I activate the effect of Salvagent Driver that special summons it from the graveyard? The answer is the effect of Salvagent Driver can be activated when a Cyberse-type Link monster on your field is destroyed by your opponent's card, while it is already present in your hand or graveyard. Therefore, in this scenario, you cannot activate the effects of Salvagent Driver because it was destroyed by your opponent's card effect at the same time as your Cyberse-type Link monster. Next question, I activate Monster Reborn and special summon a Link Spider from my opponent's graveyard to my main monster zone. When it is special summoned, my opponent activates Torrential Tribute and destroys Link Spider. At this time, can I activate the effect of Salvagent Driver that special summons it from my hand or graveyard? In this scenario, since a Cyberse-type Link monster on your field was destroyed by your opponent's card, you can activate the effect of a Salvagent Driver in your hand or graveyard. Next question. A Metal Foes Alcahest on my field is equipped with a Firewall Dragon that belongs to my opponent. In this situation, if my opponent activates Mystical Space Typhoon and destroys the equipped Firewall Dragon, can I activate the effect of Salvagent Driver that special summons it from my hand or graveyard? The answer is, as in this scenario, if a Cyberse-type Link monster on your field is destroyed by your opponent's card while treated as an equipped card, you cannot activate the effect of a Salvagent Driver in your hand or graveyard. Next questions focus on Trickstar Lilybell. When I normal summon or flip summon a Trickstar Lilybell, my opponent activates Force Back, negates the summon, and returns Trickstar Lilybell to my hand. Afterward, can I activate the effect of Trickstar Lilybell that special summons it if it's added to the hand? The answer is, even in this scenario, Trickstar Lilybell was added to your hand by a method other than drawing, so you can activate its effect that special summons it. Next question is, Trickstar Lilybell is face down in my monster zone. In this situation, if Trickstar Lilybell is returned to the hand by the effect of Compulsory Evacuation Device, can I activate its effect that special summons it? The answer is, even in this scenario, Trickstar Lilybell was added to your hand by a method other than drawing, so you can activate its effect that special summons it. Next questions focus on Trickstar Lycoris. First question is, if the effect of my opponent's The Eye of Truth is applying, can I activate the effect of a Trickstar Lycoris in my hand? The answer is, if your hand is revealed by the effect of Truth of the Eye of Truth, you cannot activate the effect of a Trickstar Lycoris in your hand. Next question, if Trickstar Lycoris is in my hand, can I activate its effect that special summons it more than once on the same chain? The answer is, if there are multiple copies of Trickstar Lycoris in your hand, you can activate each of their effects that special summon them from your hand. However, Trickstar Lycoris must be revealed in your hand to activate its effect, and remains revealed until the effect resolves. So a single Trickstar Lycoris can only activate its effect once in a chain. Next question, I activate the effect of a Trickstar Lycoris in my hand, targeting a face-up Trickstar Candina on my field. If my opponent chains Book of Moon and changes Trickstar Candina to face-down defense position, how does the effect of Trickstar Lycoris resolve? The answer is, even if the Trickstar monster targeted with the effect of Trickstar Lycoris is in face-down defense position, when the effect resolves, the effect is applied normally. Trickstar Lycoris is special summoned, and your face-down defense position, Trickstar Candina, is returned to your hand. Next question, I activate the effect of Trickstar Lycoris in my hand, targeting a face-up Trickstar Candina on my field. If my opponent chains Ring of Destruction and destroys Trickstar Candina, how does the effect of Trickstar Lycoris resolve? The answer is, as is in this scenario, if the Trickstar monster targeted with the effect of Trickstar Lycoris was destroyed and is no longer on the field when the effect resolves, Trickstar Lycoris is still special summoned from your hand, but the part of the effect that returns a targeted monster to your hand is not applied. Next question, I activate the effect of a Trickstar Lycoris in my hand, targeting a face-up Trickstar Candina on my field. If my opponent chains enemy controller and gains control of Trickstar Candina, how does the effect of Trickstar Lycoris resolve? The answer is, even if the Trickstar monster targeted with the effect of Trickstar Lycoris is on your opponent's field when the effect resolves, the effect is applied normally. Trickstar Lycoris is special summoned, and Trickstar Candina is returned from your opponent's field to the owner's hand. Next question. I activate the effect of a Trickstar Lycoris in my hand, targeting a face-up Trickstar Lilybell on my field. If my opponent chains Mind Crush and discards Trickstar Lycoris from my hand, how does its effect resolve? The answer is, as in this scenario, if Trickstar Lycoris is no longer in your hand when resolving its effect, no part of the effect is applied. Next question is, will the effect of Trickstar Lycoris that inflicts damage to my opponent apply when they draw a card for their normal draw in the draw phase? The answer is, when your opponent draws for their normal draw in the draw phase, they are adding a card to their hand. So the effect of Trickstar Lycoris that inflicts 200 damage to your opponent is applied. Next question is, Trickstar Lycoris is face up on my field. In this situation, my opponent activates Preparation of Rites and adds a level 7 or lower ritual monster from their deck to their hand, then a ritual spell card from their graveyard to their hand. After adding those two cards to their hand, how much damage does my opponent take from the effect of Trickstar Lycoris? The answer, in this scenario, after Preparation of Rites finishes resolving, the effect of Trickstar Lycoris is applied and inflicts 400 damage to your opponent. The next card is Trickstar Candina. The first question is, Trickstar Candina is face up in my monster zone. In this situation, if my opponent activates Compulsory Evacuation Device and returns Trickstar Candina to my hand, will its effect that inflicts 200 damage to my opponent apply? The answer is, the effect of Trickstar Candina is a continuous effect and is applied immediately after your opponent's spell/trap card resolves. So if Trickstar Candina is no longer on your field at that time, the effect is not applied. Your opponent takes no damage. Next question is, Trickstar Candina is face up in my monster zone. In this situation, if my opponent activates Creature Swap and gains control of Trickstar Candina, will its effect that inflicts 200 damage to my opponent apply? The answer is, the effect of Trickstar Candina is a continuous effect and is applied immediately after your opponent's spell trap card resolves. So if Trickstar Candina is no longer on your field at that time, the effect is not applied. Your opponent takes no damage. Next question, Trickstar Candina is face up in my monster zone. In this situation, if my opponent activates multiple spell/trap cards in a single chain, for example, Jar of Greed is Chain Link 1, Secret Barrel is Chain Link 2, and Chain Strike is Chain Link 3, how is the effect of Trickstar Candina applied? The answer is, in this scenario, as soon as each spell trap card resolves, the effect of Trickstar Candina is applied immediately. That is, once Chain Strike resolves, the effect of Trickstar Candina inflicts 200 damage to your opponent. Then when Secret Barrel resolves, it inflicts another 200 damage to your opponent. And lastly, after Jar of Greed resolves, the effect applies once again. Next question. If the activation of my opponent's spell/trap card is negated by Solemn Judgment, will the effect of Trickstar Candina be applied? The answer is, if the activation of your opponent's spell/trap card is negated by your Solemn Judgment, the effect of Trickstar Candina is not applied. The next question is, Trickstar Candina is face up in my monster zone. Trickstar Light Stage is face up in my field zone, and Dark Room of Nightmare is face up in my field spell and trap card zone. In this situation, if my opponent activates Pot of Duality, how does the effect of each card apply? The answer is, in this scenario, after your opponent's Pot of Desire resolves, the effect of Trickstar Candina is immediately applied and inflicts 200 damage to your opponent. By doing so, the effect of Trickstar Light Stage is then applied and inflicts another 200 damage to your opponent. Afterward, since both Trickstar Candina and Trickstar Light Stage inflict damage to your opponent, the effect of Dark Room of Nightmare will activate twice in a new chain. The next question is, while Trickstar Candina is face up on my field, my opponent activates Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix from their deck using the effect of Ignis Heat, the True Draco Warrior. Afterward, will the effect of Trickstar Candina that inflicts 200 damage to my opponent apply? The answer is, if a continuous spell card is activated from the deck using the effect of your opponent's Ignis Heat, the True Draco Warrior, the effect of Trickstar Candina is not applied. The next question is, while Trickstar Candina is face up on my field, my opponent activates Magician's Right Hand using the effect of Perform a Power Sky Magician. Afterward, will the effect of Trickstar Candina that inflicts 200 damage to my opponent activate? The answer is if a continuous spell card is activated using the effect of your opponent's performer spell, Sky Magician, the effect of Trickstar Candina is not applied. Right, that's quite a lot of me speaking on this particular question and answers. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break this up into several chunks. Again, your opinions are most welcome. Let me know if you've had any confusions about rulings, and I'll try and explain them again. Please leave a like on the video. Please comment and make sure to subscribe, and I will see you for part 2. Thank you.